I'm happy to be sharing my mini album project with you this month. My name is Lorilei. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook under Rosie Posey Studio. And I was lucky to be asked to be a guest this month for the month of May by Citrus Twist Kits. And I am doing a mini album style in the Life Crafted book. And I have the May add-on kit that I'm working with, and I'm just thought I would show you a little bit of what I have going on. A lot of it is crepe paper, the All Heart collection, which I love and have used a couple times now, so I'm sort of familiar with what's in there and know what I love about it. And I have the May printable with the little labels I'm going to be using, and the Heidi Swap gold phrase. And I have a couple, you can see there, tags that I use for my sort of December daily albums that I keep for templates. So I have different things to work with, a little stamp set and the puffy stickers and extra embellishments. So the first thing I'm showing you here is a little pocket I made. I like to make a few things ahead that I can put into my albums. Sometimes I don't use everything I make, but that's okay. I use it in different places or transform it or cut it back up if I don't use it. And I like the texture that putting things inside the pocket pages helps to just give it a more homemade feel and an extra element to it. So the pocket is really quite simple. I cut a 4 7/8 by 12-inch rectangle, and then I scored the bottom at 8 1/4 and folded it up to create a pocket, and then punched the holes to slip it inside the album. And usually when I do a mini album, I end up journaling after it's all made, just so that I can have a two-step process where I'm not thinking about writing the words that I want to write while I'm designing or decorating. So I always leave room for journaling and go back and fill it in later. And my next step usually is to decide the theme I want to have for a mini album. And in this one, having the loose pages in the Life Crafted album allows you to have different themes. And this one I decided that I would do highlights from April, May, and June. And so it's sort of a seasonal album, I guess. And I picked out my favorite highlights and events out of April, and that's what I'm working on. And then I'll have plenty of products left over to continue in with some highlights out of May and June. I received a few of the new page protectors in the different variations. I have a protector that holds two 3x4 cards and the 4x6 photo with the little 2-inch pocket at the bottom, so it's fun to mix and match. I'm putting it into my album that is all full-size protectors, and I love the different layers and photos you get to use. I decided to do full photos in the pockets, and I will eventually decorate some of them, but I didn't do spreads, so to speak. I chose to use the big size photos and fill the pockets up that way. I like the clean look of having big photos. And then here I'm making a collage to go beside this photo, and it's in the full page protector. The one thing about All Heart is that it's very geared towards doing a collage style page, and I think it's just fun. And I have a 15-year-old daughter, so a lot of her pictures just go for that sort of modern, fun collage feel. And I cut up the big paper that you saw at the beginning and used bits of it and also from the other paper with all the different cut aparts. So it's just fun to mix and match. And in the bottom square I'll be leaving a little bit of room for journaling. So yeah, that's the paper where most of that came from there. So it's a lot about mixing and matching, and I never really have a determined plan, so to speak, for a mini album, and sometimes it ends up going in a whole different direction than I planned to begin with. So it's just kind of fun to see what the products want to do and where it leads you. And this one turned out to be that I made quite a few collage style full pages to go with the photos to help tell the stories and to a place to hold the journaling. And this page is my cover, and it was really fun to put together. I used some leftovers from the big paper and some die cuts just to have a sort of fun, whimsical front page. My photos and stories have nothing to do with roller skating, but it fit and it's fun, so I didn't overthink it and just used it and had fun playing with the page. So it turned out really cute. I love the aspect of doing a mini album that's just for fun but also tells you stories, and just sort of fitting things, see how if you like them. There's no real good method for saying this should go here, that goes there. It's a lot of trial and error and putting things down and seeing if the color's too much, or what feels good, what makes you happy in that moment. So it's just a really easy way to make a page in an album. And I think, I love to focus on the photos and the stories, and it all came together. So I'll leave you with a little bit of music and a flip through of my finished pages. I hope you enjoyed the quick little tips of this May add-on kit mini album.